Let's go now, because it's at the bottom of the hour, to Washington, D.C., and our correspondent from the Talk Radio News Service, Victoria Jones. Victoria, I want to, before we talk about what everybody wants to talk about, and that is, of course, Arizona, ask you about the President's proclamation today with regard to this being the one-year anniversary of the horrific earthquake that struck Haiti.
Yes, indeed. It is the one-year anniversary of the Haiti earthquake, and they have recently revised the death toll, which is quite extraordinary. You know, when you see the numbers, the death toll now is more, according to the Prime Minister, is 316,000 is what they believe. That's how many they believe were killed.
Can you imagine? You know, we get all upset over 3,000, as well we should, who died on September the 11th, 2001. Can you imagine 316,000? And this is not the United States of America. This is Haiti. You're talking about half an island, basically.
Right. Exactly. No, it's quite extraordinary. It's really quite extraordinary. But the president has spoken about it today, and has noted that 100 Americans died on that day, and about 1 million people remain missing, which is extraordinary. And he's saying that the nation's not out of the woods, and says we have to continue to help this poor nation to recover, and to get out of one of the worst natural disasters ever to strike our hemisphere. And he's saying it's going to take years, if not decades.
The president has set January 25th as the day for his State of the Union address. Victoria Jones from the Talk Radio News Service in Washington, D.C. I expect, and I presume you expect, a new tone from the president as he moves more and more to the center as he eyes the election 2 years hence.
Yeah, I think it will be an interesting tone, because I think he will certainly talk about the shooting, and I think that it will be certainly a moderate address, but I don't think it will be entirely necessarily moderate. It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't issue a challenge to Republicans. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he doesn't push out the odd challenge to them to work with him on his terms.
Well, at this point, all the challenges are coming from the Republican Party towards the Democrats. Very interesting if he throws a challenge back at them.
I think he's going to throw it back.
That's very interesting. I will be listening very carefully to what he has to say, and we will be listening very carefully to what he has to say this evening in Tucson at the University of Arizona at the memorial service. And we're about to play, after we say so long to you, Sarah Palin's response to all the criticism that has been leveled at the issue of political discourse here in the United States. It seems to me, as the days get further and further away from last Saturday, that we are quickly returning on both sides to the level that it was prior to this tragic event.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I said just a couple of days ago, I don't think I said it to you, but I've said it to one or two other hosts, that I expected that the new civility was going to last about 5 minutes, and I think it has. I mean, that was between the lawmakers, who I think have made more of an effort than anybody else. I don't think anybody in punditry has made any effort at all.
No. How could you say that? How could you say that when Rush Limbaugh shows what a great statesman he is by saying that the Democrats are pleased that this happened. You know what? I was having breakfast today with some of the most conservative people you will ever meet in your life. I mean, they have super glued their television so that it can go no place but Fox. They won't watch anything else but Fox unless there is a baseball game on, and then they will root for their team. And they have had it with this. They have had it with Sarah Palin's rhetoric, and they have had it with Rush Limbaugh's rhetoric. And I found that to be surprising and maybe kind of, I mean, it's obviously anecdotal, but it was almost shocking to me.
Really?
Maybe I should have interviewed them.
I think so. I think a lot of people have had a lot of things.
I think, you know, if people who are conservative are speaking out against this, if we all speak out against this kind of rhetoric, and I'm not saying that it's just coming from the right, it's coming from the left, of course, as well, maybe we can have some effect on it all. I don't know. I'm not too optimistic, but I saw some optimism in what I heard today at breakfast. Victoria Jones, thanks for joining us today from Washington, D.C., our Washington Bureau, the Talk Radio News Service on News Talk Online on the Paltalk News Network.
Thank you.